Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We've got the Seattle Supersonics and the Orlando Magic. So with Jordan on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. They've got Bird. Curry is out there with Allen Iverson. Then there's Jaren Jackson. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5. Roam in the paint. Now Hill after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. O'Neal is doubled. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Towns, a screen on Abdul-Jabbar. The shot by Wade, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Supersonics. Pass to Bird. Back to Curry from deep three-point land. The putback, and staying with the play, Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got the first points up on the board here for Seattle. Wade outside. Driving the lane. Double team on Wade. Towns for 3. Sinks the triple.
Hey, you know your center is a great shooter when your goal is to get him a 3. Towns can make those pay dividends.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. And Coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Wade, following the basket by Stephen Curry. 5 on the clock. Here's Shaq. Oh, and the dunk by Shaq.
O'Neal throwing himself around and coming away with the bucket. He is an absolute wrecking ball, and a gigantic one on the glass.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson. Towns with the defensive effort.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
O'Neal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hey, because he's such a commanding force, sometimes sending Shaq to the line is your best option, too.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Curry against Robertson. Curry can't get it to go.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Robertson drives in, and the shot goes in.
And inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Now here's Iverson. Pass to Jackson. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Bird. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
For 3. It's hauled in by the Sonics. Iverson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. It's blocked by Shaq.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why you got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
Now here's Robertson. Wade kicks to Robertson. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Curry against Wade. And they get it back. kept alive. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Nice job by Towns to get in there and get aggressive.
Sonics trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. For the Magic, Paolo Banchero's checked in for Towns. And it's Brown in for Grant Hill. Worthy's checked in for the Sonics. Jordan comes in for Larry Bird. James Worthy on the wing. He's covered by Banchero. Worthy the pass to Iverson. Jordan outside. Clock at 4. Shoots over Brown. Seattle missing again.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Wade on the wing. Over Iverson. Wade misses.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Here's Worthy. Lays it up off the glass.
You know, one of the things I like about James Worthy's game is he doesn't take bad shots. He really focuses on getting high percentage shots.
Now here's Robertson. Pass to Wade. There's the 3. Worthy with the rebound.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Connects from three-point range. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
Now Brown. Still scoreless. Check a screen on Jordan. Ring shot on the way. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Magic lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Orlando leading. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Jalen Brunson out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Worthy. And there's Porzingis. And it's Bird in at the 3. The shot by Mitchell, no good. And Worthy has got it here for Seattle. Pass to Bird. Yao with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Seattle. Worthy kicks to Sabonis. Nice ball movement by Seattle. And it's Lillard missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Brown the pass to Mitchell. Looking for Yao. He gets it there. Basket good. Yao's got his first points in this one. Sonics trail by 3. Brunson scanning the floor. Rebound by the Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Brown. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Pulls it up. Rebound by Yao. Magic leading by 3. Mitchell with it. Lillard picks him up. It's Brown on the wing. Still yet to score. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And the Magic making a change here. Towns is checked in. And the Supersonics also making a change. Jackson, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Towns, the screen. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Mitchell kicks to Brown. Banchero, a screen on Lillard. And it's Brown missing. Sonics trail by 3. Lets it go from deep. Seattle missing again. Banchero outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Allen Iverson is checked in for Seattle. Wade on the wing. Iverson covering. And Hill has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Hill's got his first 3 points of the game.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
Seattle calls timeout. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Lillard dishes to Iverson. Jackson passes to Lillard. The Sonics again can't hit.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Wade. Nothing on the board. Towns sets the pick for Mitchell. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Sonics trail by 9. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Brownie's checked in for Hill. And it's Robertson in for Mitchell. And Towns throws it down.
Big Cat says, take that.
Sonics trail by 8. Iverson outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Baiting defenders into fouls. AI so good at drawing fouls and getting to the strike.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And so he makes both from the line.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
1:51 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Brown. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
Iverson kicks it over to Worthy. Back to Iverson. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Seattle needs to get off a shot. On its way from Curry for 2. The Sonics again can't hit.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Seattle Supersonics. 6-point game.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Now here's Robertson. It's stolen by Curry. From deep, Iverson. The Sonics again can't hit. Magic leading by 6. Here's Wade. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the grown man strength of Wade powering his way through the contact.
Shaq is checked in for the Magic. Hill comes in for Jaylen Brown. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Seattle. Bird comes in for James Worthy. Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. The Sonics again can't hit. Hill looking around. Wade on the wing. To the left side wing. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Stolen by Bird. Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Orlando Magic bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly.
This has been a weight room game. They're just stronger on the glass, and they're playing with a mean streak, guys.
Man, what do you know about weight rooms, Kenny?
He knows how to avoid. And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
You watch them, they have competing styles, man. But the net effect, at least offensively, is very, very similar.
Pretty crazy how easy it is for these guys to score.
They make it look easy, Ernie. It ain't.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Magic leading by 7. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Wade. And it's Hill in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando.
What you love about Robertson is that he knows his strength on offense and plays to them with confidence.
Here's Iverson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Shaq.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, one of the things you just love about Iverson is the heart he plays with. Every minute he's out there, there's no denying that he's giving it his all.
Robertson outside. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Wade left side from downtown. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Bird. From deep three-point land. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here's Towns. Right on the bucket. Towns has got the lead up to 10 now for the Magic.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Curry from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Robertson with it, guarded now by Jackson. Wade against Iverson. Towns wide open. His three-pointer is off the mark. Sonics trail by 7. Iverson outside. Here's Curry into the lane. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. Robertson outside. Good, nice job down low. And the Magic lead by 7.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets. Wade
against Iverson. Pass to Curry. Fires the three, and another three for Seattle.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Magic leading by 4. Robertson with it. He's got 6. O'Neal a screen on Curry. Robertson dishes to O'Neal. Here's Towns. No good that time. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Iverson against Wade. Pulls up on the wing. Iverson, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Here's Wade. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own. A dynamite two-guard who is also a clutch performer.
Banchero's checked in for the Magic. And the Supersonics also making a change. Worthy's checked in. Curry looking around. On the wing, Bird. Worthy a screen on Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Bird, the pass to Iverson. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the Magic. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the inside, Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. And now the Supersonics on the break. Here's Worthy, and finished off by Worthy.
That's really just too easy for Worthy. The defense can't give him that deep interior positioning like that.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Start it.
.135 left to play in the third. Pass to Banchero. Here's O'Neal. Now Robertson, guarded by Kerr. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot. Wade misses.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Iverson outside. Back to Bird. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Bird misses. Orlando leading by 3. Inside. Stolen by Worthy. Here's Iverson. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for Iverson.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
And here is Robertson. He's got 6. Pass to Wade. Now, here's Banchero. The kick out to Hill. O'Neal sets the screen for Hill. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. The drive by Worthy. Oh!
Oh, man!
Hard not to be a fan of the way Worthy plays. You see the quickness and agility there on the drive.
Robertson. And no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Supersonics. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Jordan on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Franz Wagner is out there with Worthy. Then it's Iverson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jackson in at the 5 down low. Jackson a screen on Wade. Shot from the wing. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Worthy. He slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Orlando trailing here. Wade passes to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists now in the game. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Wagner outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Oh, slick with the rock. Wade making move.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Iverson against Wade. Wade with the defensive effort. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Orlando. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Shaq's checked in for Orlando. The Supersonics also with the sub. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in. Sonics trail by 6. Iverson outside. Down low. Jackson kicks it over to Worthy. Wade against Iverson. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Now here's Brown. Not a lot of room. Lillard against Mitchell. Pass to Wade from deep. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Wade's got 9 points now in just the second half. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Grant Hill, he's checked in for the Magic. Robertson comes in for Mitchell, and then for Seattle. Bird comes in for Worthy, and Stephen Curry subbed in for Lillard. Robertson passes to Wade. Robertson against Curry. That one misses.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Back to Bird. Over Hill. And the Supersonics miss again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
To end the drought, here's Abdul-Jabbar. Rebound by the Magic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Iverson outside. To the middle. O'Neal with the steal. Iverson against Hill. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Fighting hard there. Impressive move by Towns, who will go to the line for one more.
Timeout, Sonics. And a deep three from Curry. Here's Bird. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Bird throwing it down. He doesn't do that a lot, but he showed you right there he can do it when he needs to.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Robertson drains it from beyond the arc. Robertson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
And Towns gets it to go.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Jackson, a screen on Robertson. And once again off the mark by Seattle. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 20-5 run here. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Here's Iverson. Sinks that one from the post. .105 left to play here in the fourth. Magic leading by 12. Robertson passes to Hill. Wade with it. Iverson covering. Wade double team. And here's Robertson outside. And that's collected by Bird. And a deep three from Curry. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Hill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Grant Hill showing you he can get physical when he has to, absorbing that contact, actually seeking it out to draw the foul.
Second free throw, no good. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Worthy finds Brunson. Back to Worthy. Lillard outside. Four on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation.
Time to start the weekend in style. We welcome you to Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We'll see the Golden State Warriors taking on the Boston Celtics. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. We've got Dwight Howard. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Allen in at the 2 spot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drives in. The rebound, Celtics. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Havlicek. 6 on the shot clock. And he's off from 17. Now the Warriors with it. It's a 3-point game. Allen, the pass to Durant. Here's Howard. He can't get it to go.
and the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And it's Doncic missing. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets the three fly. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Chamberlain. Doncic on the wing. Puts up a three. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Durant for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. It's a tie ball game.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. From deep, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Garnett.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Allen outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. B.A.?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No points so far. Clock at 4. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Havlicek. Pierce, the pass to Chamberlain. Allen brings a double team. Here's Havlicek from the arc. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Doncic. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Doncic has got 5.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Here's Nash. Jordan with a screen on Doncic. There's the steal. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Minute 32 left in the first quarter here. Here's Wallace. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Gilmore. Here's Havlicek. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Nash. Misses the 3. And so Davis will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And the more Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped him on the offensive end. It forces defenses to foul him.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Nash. 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. And that one's good. McAdoo.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Stockton. He shoots it. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Nash. Still without a bucket. Pass to Butler. Here's McAdoo. Just 3 on the clock. And he can't get that one. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's the Celtics leading by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Here's Nash. So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. We've got Jimmy Butler, and it's Nash in at the point. Back to Wallace. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Wallace has got 5 points. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Wilkins. Butler covering. Wilkins, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Stockton. Clock at 6. Pass to Pierce. The Warriors pull it in. Howard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Garnett passes to Nash. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. The Celtics making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And here's Butler. Yet to see a basket. Inside. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Payton. It's hauled in by Nash. The Warriors lead by 4. Garnett passes to Nash. Howard with a screen on Payton. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Luka Doncic is checked in for Boston. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Payton, no good. Now the Warriors with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Garnett. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. And now an 8-point Warrior lead. Now Doncic, 5 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. No good. Unable to win this run. The Warriors lead by 8. Garnett passes to Nash. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
There's a screen. Here's Doncic. Warriors with the rebound. Down low. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Celtics trail by 10. Doncic outside. Pass to Gilmore. Here's Havlicek. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for three.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Here's Butler. Can't hit from in close. Celtics trail by 8. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Floats one up. Tipped. Goes back up. Havlicek. Kicks it to Doncic. Fires the three. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Pass to Lucas. Here's Van Arsdale. No made baskets yet. Gilmore grabs the miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Here he goes. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Boston trailing. Pass to Havlicek. Lets it go from deep. And the Celtics another three.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Lucas. Now here's Durant. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Durant, no good. So it's Boston now. 4-point game. Oh, there's the alley. All alone on the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Durant's defense has really improved. His commitment to distracting shooters with his length is commendable.
And here's Doncic outside. And Luka Doncic good for 3. Doncic has got 11 points.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. 3rd of the game so far.
The Warriors lead by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 44 seconds left in the first half. Davis with a rebound. Durant's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Pass to Payton. They set the screen. Here's Chamberlain. Shoots. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
I just love the ball movement.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's SGA. Outside Durant. He hits the back iron and sinks it. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Warriors on top, up 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
green, and something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay? And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint.
That does it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We've got Davis, and it's Havlicek in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Allen outside, from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Chamberlain's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Payton. Pass to Doncic. Here's Havlicek for the tie. It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Howard. Allen with it. Shot clock at 5. They grab their own miss.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off. Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Outside Durant. Tipped away. Here's Havlicek. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Havlicek passes to Payton. Doncic outside. 5 to shoot. A deep 3. The shot won't fall. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Payton, no good.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Allen a screen. Fires the 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Havlicek, guarded by Durant. Havlicek passes to Doncic. For the tie. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. Havlicek's got 2 of 5 from deep to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Allen. This one for 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Allen's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Out left to the wing. Davis with a screen on Durant. Here's Havlicek. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Here's Garnett. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Outside Payton. Pass to Havlicek. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Allen can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Payton. To the left side wing for the lead. Again, Boston.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Howard. Fires from the corner, and it falls all over the rim and in.
A dynamic score. Gilgeous-Alexander is so good at finding his spots and executing.
Outside Payton. Chamberlain passes to Havlicek. Again, Boston.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
The Warriors trailing. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Payton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. The first one falls, and it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. And so he makes both from the line. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Wallace outside. Here's Nash. Still no points. The three ball. Wilkins with a rebound. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. "20 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Nash. Fires from deep. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Celtics up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. We've got Butler, and it's Nash in at the 1.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
Warriors trail by 6. Pass to Wallace. Here's Nash. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Nash has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And it's good for 2. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And their field goal percentage is finally creeping up after a tough first half. They're really trying to hold on tight to this lead.
Durant, he's checked in for Wallace. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During the last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed the team. And coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Outside Payton. Pass to Gilmore. 6 to shoot. Here's Pierce. That three's off the mark. Warriors trail by 5. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. McAdoo, the pass to Durant. And here's Butler. Here's the pick. And the Warriors miss again.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Doncic, no good. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Here's Nash. Pass to Butler, who poked away. Here's McAdoo. Here's Nash. Here's Lucas. Sinks it from distance.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Havlicek. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Payton. And the Warriors making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Howard. Now Durant. 4 on the clock to tie it up. Rebounded by the Celtics. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Havlicek. They set a pick. The three. Here's Chamberlain. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion. Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Allen against Doncic. Pass to Havlicek. Three-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. Garnett's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Durant to take the lead. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. The Celtics with the lead. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And they take the lead. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter here. And here's Doncic. Davis with a screen on Allen. And here's Doncic outside. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Allen. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Here's Garnett. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So he gets them both. And it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line. And clearly not affected by the moment.
Doncic outside. He connects! Oh, an enormous three-pointer!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Durant for three. It's good from beyond the arc.
Oh, what a clutch performer. It's clear that Durant loves the spotlight and embraces that chance to take those huge shots.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. High arcing shot. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
And Boston calls time here. They trail by 5. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
Doncic's shot is good.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the New Jersey Nets facing the Golden State Warriors. So with Harden on the bench, here's the group that Byron Scott has on the floor. Brian is out there with Frazier, and it's Mutombo, then it's Anthony. And it's McGrady in at small forward. Anthony can't hit. And it's the Warriors' ball. Outside Durant. Pass to Allen. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Allen. Outside KD. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And now, just over a minute played here in the first.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with a screen on McGrady. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
McGrady outside. Back to Frazier. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively.
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Allen, following the score by Walt Frazier. Takes a three. That doesn't go either for Allen. Here's McGrady. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Allen for three. It's hauled in by McGrady.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Allen with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land.
We all know SGA is a prolific driver. The counterpoint has got to be, he's got to be a threat from three.
And first time out of the game called for New Jersey. Here's Anthony. Pass to Mutombo. Frazier outside. Good ball movement here by New Jersey. Mutombo is screen on Garnett. Anthony's shot is off.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Allen inside the three-point line. The rebound by the Nets.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
The Warriors trail. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Garnett with a screen on Frazier. Clock at 6. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. KD's shot is off. It's Anthony with the drive. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Oh, nice cut by Anthony inside. When he slashes hard like that, it really compromises the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Howard. Lucas comes in for Garnett. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Nash is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Nash. To the paint, and stolen by Mourning. From deep Harden, that's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here is Nash. Outside Jordan. Pass to Wallace. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
So for the Nets, Daniels comes in for Anthony, and Kirilenko's subbed in for James Harden. Here's Daniels. The three from Bryant. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Nash, trailing by 4. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Archibald passes to Kobe. Mourning a screen on Allen. Inside. Releases. Mourning kicks to Daniels. Here's Bryant. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Back to Allen. Nash outside. Pass to Allen. This one for 3. The rebound by the Nets.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Kirilenko against Wallace. Jordan high post. Nash outside. Three-pointer. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's New Jersey with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for New Jersey?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is the group Don Nelson has on the floor right now. Wallace out there with Garnett. Then it's Nash. Then there's Howard. And it's Butler in at the 2-guard. No good from Howard.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Bryant, the step-back jumper is good. Bryant's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
You gotta be right up on Kobe because he is ready to pull it at any moment.
Garnett with a screen on Frazier. Nash's shot is in.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Kobe. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Mutombo misses. Last outing for New Jersey, they won that game against Detroit. Three-pointer, Butler. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McGrady dishes to Frazier. Up and in on the layup. And the Nets lead by 7.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Wallace outside. Golden State moving it around. Howard with a screen on Kobe. The offensive rebound, Howard. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Butler. He has yet to score. Here's Garnett. No good from 18.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Mutombo passes to Frazier. Kobe with it from past the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Nash outside. Garnett with the screen for Nash. And the 3 off target. Nets leading by 8. Outside Anthony. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Wallace outside. Pass to Howard. Here's Garnett. Howard finds Garnett, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Here's Frazier. Garnett with the block. Butler against Frazier. Butler dishes to Nash. Howard, the pass to Butler. Nash, right side. The wing jumper, off target.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And it's Bryant missing. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 6. Garnett the pass to Wallace. Nash outside. Howard with a screen on McGrady. Just 5 to shoot. And Howard with the stuff.
Dwight Howard has made a living off of dunks. My goodness.
Timeout called, the Nets. Different look here for the Warriors. McAdoo is checked in for Howard. Lucas comes in for Garnett. KD's checked in for Gerald Wallace. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Steve Nash. Here's Archibald. Hasn't made one yet. There's 1:40 left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Harden scanning the floor. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Pass to McAdoo. And Mourning sends it back.
And that is why shooters fear Mourning. I mean, he's got excellent instincts for coming up with the block.
Nets leading by 4. Harden outside. Now Kirilenko. Here's Archibald. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Mourning a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by McAdoo.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
And it's blocked by Kirilenko. Here's Arizin. Scoreless thus far. Kirilenko kicks to Harden. And Durant sends it back.
I think it's probably the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's game. He's elite defensively and sends that shot back.
Butler against Harden. The three. The shot comes out. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the group that Byron Scott has on the floor. Anthony is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Kobe. Then there's Frazier. And it's Mutombo. And at the center, filling out the middle. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Outside, Bryant. Up high, down hard, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with a screen on Frazier. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Nets with the lead. Pass to McGrady for the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. McGrady's got 5 now.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Timeout called the Warriors. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Allen. Puts up a 3. Outside for KD. Durant drains it from distance.
One of the tough things about Kevin Durant, doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or in this situation off the catch, Durant one of the best, period.
Now here's Anthony. Over Garnett. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 on the shot clock. Spins. Back to Durant. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Mutombo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Frazier. That one goes in. Frazier's got 6.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Now here's Durant. He has 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against Frazier. Fades and shoots, and he can't bank that one in. Nets leading by 3. Anthony, the pass to Frazier. At the elbow, it's Bryant. With the floater, and it's Durant with the rebound. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. Morning's checked in for Mutombo. Daniels comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for McGrady. And it's Harden in for Bryant. Warriors trail by 5. Wallace outside. Now here's Nash. They set the pick. To the middle, here's McAdoo, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo? Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
Here is Harden. The Warriors making the shot. Mourning with the screen. Frazier scanning the floor. Harden inside the three-point line. The Warriors pull it in. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Nash outside. Back to Wallace. Pass to Butler. Top of the key. And the shot goes down. Now just a 1-point New Jersey lead.
Well, the pick-and-roll game of Jimmy Butler gets better every year. He has a better and better understanding of what to take advantage of.
The 3 from Harden. Rebounded by Wallace.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to McAdoo. And here is Butler. For the lead. It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 1.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
So they take the lead. McAdoo's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And here's Harden. He's got 5. The tray. Can't get the 3 to fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. And right. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is the group John Nelson has on the floor right now. McAdoo out there with Lucas. Then it's Wallace. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nash in at the point.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The shot. New Jersey with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Anthony down low. Wallace covering.
Oh, nice use of the up fake there. Melo got him to bite.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
That's good from Anthony.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
KD's checked in for Gerald Wallace. Then for the Nets, Mutombo is checked in for Daniels, and Tracy McGrady subbed in for Andrei Kirilenko. So Anthony nails both of them.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Durant. A baseline J, and that one swishes right in.
KD's shot selection is always on point. You want to concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
Frazier the pass to McGrady. Mutombo is screen on KD. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
An easy 2 points on the layup. Lucas has got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
The Nets call time. And some changes here for the Warriors. Howard's checked in for McAdoo. Garnett comes in for Lucas. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Steve Nash. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some advice for his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Frazier. McGrady outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Screen by Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Kobe. Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, there's a level of aggressiveness that you must contend with Gilgeous-Alexander on the offensive end. You love to see him force the issue.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
Here's McGrady. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 3 assists now in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Butler. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. For 3, Durant. Durant come right back at him with a triple.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Frazier with a screen on Garnett. And here's Anthony from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Anthony is just this competitive. He wants everyone to know what he can do.
Pass to Durant. Garnett with a screen on McGrady. Shot clock at 6. Here's KD. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Now here's Frazier. The Warriors pull it in. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Lobbed up there for Howard. That shot is off.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Now Durant after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Anthony defending. Howard trying to free himself up. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Nets trail by 4. Anthony, the pass to Frazier. Lets it go with the 3. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Frazier. Anthony's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for New Jersey. Timeout, Warriors. And the Warriors making a change here. Allen's checked in. Let's go. Here's Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Reads shot trajectories so well. Garnett understands how to capitalize on that offensive glass.
McGrady against KD. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from Tracy McGrady.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander, and he makes good on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 3.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Outside, Kobe to tie it up. Warriors with the rebound. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Allen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett inside. Anthony on him. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. McGrady covering.
Well, showing again why he's a champion, rising to the challenge.
The Nets call time. And here are the Nets now. It's a 5-point game. McGrady dishes to Mutombo. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that is why they call him Mount Mutombo, chiseled like a rock.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Frazier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Dwight Howard. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. And Frazier drops them both.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
And an intentional foul right there. .24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
The Nets call time. .24 seconds left in the game. Here's McGrady. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game. The Nets on offense.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Coming through when it matters most. Kobe thrives under pressure.
Timeout, Warriors. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. Got it up in time. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
We've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett is out there with Howard. And it's Durant, and it's Allen in at the 2. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Frazier the pass to Anthony. Over Garnett. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. Garnett high post. No good on the shot. Mutombo with some nice D. And Anthony's got the ball here for the New Jersey Nets. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Durant. Garnett inside. Covered by Anthony. And Garnett misses. So it's New Jersey now. Here's McGrady. Warriors with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Durant, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Mutombo is screen on Durant. McGrady. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 58 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Pass to Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, because of his frame, Dwight Howard is so problematic for the defense. Gets to the foul line.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
And again, no good by New Jersey. And it's the Warriors' ball. They lead by 1. Durant, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with a screen on Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander against Frazier. It's good!
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
The Nets call time. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
McGrady can't knock in the 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Now a timeout called by New Jersey. 11 seconds left in overtime. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game. And here's Bryant outside. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for...
The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. It's the Orlando Magic taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So a look at our starters for Orlando. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Wade in at the two-guard spot. Malone comes up empty down low. On the wing, Wade shoots over Thompson. Wade misses. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Nowitzki. Up and in on the layup.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Orlando. Here's Wade. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Klay Thompson picks one up.
You have to respect how Dwayne Wade gets outstanding position and then makes the defense foul him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
And we're about a minute into the first. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Malone. Here's Nowitzki. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Nowitzki's got 5 points.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's O'Neal. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Just a stellar job from Dwayne Wade there, threading the needle with that pass and finding his teammate in a perfect position to finish off that screen.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Nowitzki. Shoots over Hill. Nowitzki, that one's good. He has 7.
Did he need to use the fadeaway? No. Did I enjoy seeing it? Yes, I did.
Here's Wade. Towns up top. Here's Wade. Screen by O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Pass to Malone. Here's Nowitzki. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Robertson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Robertson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And it's Nowitzki missing. Magic leading by 4. Robertson gets it to go.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
San Antonio with the ball. Here's Kuzi. He's scoreless. San Antonio again missing. Here's Wade, defended by Thompson. Wade misses.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
To the paint. Here's Malone. And it's Orlando with the rebound. 1:50 left in the first quarter. Pass to Wade. O'Neal on the wing. Here's Robertson. Here's Wade. The three is up. Robertson's shot is off. Thompson left side. It's tipped. Here's Hill. And that one is hammered home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. San Antonio with the ball.
Timeout.
The Magic making their last shot. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A line change here for San Antonio. Here's Walton, right wing. To in the cold spell, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Down low. Pass to Walton. There's 37 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Wade. The three. He drops it from range. Wade's got 5.
Well, the call from the bench, a solid one to involve Dwayne Wade in the pick and roll. So comfortable running that type of play.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Magic out in front, up 9. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for the Magic, Jaylen Brown is out there with Banchero. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Yao in at the 5. San Antonio with the ball. 9-point game. And there's the screen. Here's Stojakovic. Offensive board. Malone. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Brown looking around. Up top, Hill. Outside, Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The 3 from Thompson. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Here's Stojakovic. No good from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside, Brown. There's a screen. Takes a 3. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 5 rebounds in the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
From deep. Stojakovic, no good. Orlando leading by 7. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. San Antonio again can't hit. Malone's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Banchero outside. They set the pick. Yao passes to Banchero. And rejected. Thompson against Brown. Hill with the steal. And a nice finish on the layup. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Orlando. Wade comes in for Brown. Spurs trail by 9. Thompson outside. Fires for 3. And once again off the mark by San Antonio. Outside, Hill. Pass to Wade. Over Thompson. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Let's go with a 3. Oh! From the parking lot!
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Banchero outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Thompson outside. On the wing, Thompson. Takes a 13-footer. Oh, Klay Thompson delivers.
And that's what makes Klay an all-time great as far as shooting the basketball. Just step inside the three-point line, and he'll still hurt you.
Orlando calls timeout. Both teams will make substitutions. Mitchell, the pass to Wade. Here's Robertson. 7 points in the game. Deflected! And he's able to get it back. Towns for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Outside Carter. 1:41 left in the first half. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Carter's got his second basket of the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Wade. Yep, that one's good. And the Magic lead by 7.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Carter, the pass to Price. There's a screen. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Price has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Robertson. Mitchell up top. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Orlando making some changes. O'Neal, he's checked in for Banchero. And it's Hill in for Donovan Mitchell. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Stojakovic. Rebound by the Magic. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Wade Rebound San Antonio. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Carter. Reed passes to Carter. San Antonio again can't hit. Orlando leading by 4. And he lobs it up.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And here's Carter. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Carter's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Magic leading by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here.
In that game against the Knicks, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to
Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. They've got Klay Thompson, and it's Malone in at the 4-man position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Kuzi. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Robertson. From downtown, up again, controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Thompson outside. No good with the triple.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Hill, the pass to Wade. Over to the left wing. Here's Robertson. 7 points in the game, and he banks in the layup. Robertson's got 9.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And there's a pick. Pass to Nowitzki. 3-pointer. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Nowitzki. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
To the middle. Here's Towns. And he makes the 8-footer. He's got 5.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. And he makes it.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Kuzi. No points yet. Looking to end the run. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Thompson outside for 3. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Well, for poster guys, it's usually dunks, but I wouldn't mind a Klay Thompson jump shot poster to look at on a nightly basis.
Here's Robertson. Hill for 3. Drains the triple. Hill's got 8 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Kuzi, the pass to Olajuwon. Here's Nowitzki. Check by Hill. And it's Nowitzki missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Pass to Robertson. Kicks it out Towns from deep. The rebound by Nowitzki. Spurs trail by 12. To the left wing. The shot. Oh, nice shot by Kuzi. Here's Wade. He's got 7. Pass to Robertson. Fades back. Clock at 6. On the wing, Wade, defended by Thompson. Here's Kuzi. Here's Olajuwon. Orlando with the rebound. O'Neal's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Releases from 15. Robertson's shot is off. They've got a chance here to cut the deficit to within 10. A minute 20 left in the third. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
A line change here for San Antonio. Mitchell against Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walton's shot is off.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Shot's good by Hill.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Here's Price. And he drops it in from the low post. Price has got 5. Mitchell against Carter. Pass to Robertson. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Stojakovic. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Shot's good by Hill.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Puts up a deep 3. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Woo. That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly. Take a chance.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Orlando ahead.
Nobody holds the ball, not even Thousand.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Paolo Banchero is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Wade in at the 2 guard. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Price. Pass to Stojakovic. Now Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Brown. Rebound by San Antonio.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
Hammers the lob through.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Towns on a screen. Now Brown. Mitchell up top. From behind the arc. From outside. Mitchell is good.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Spurs trail by 10. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Price can't get it to go. Here's Orlando. Brown inside. Mitchell up top. Back to Wade. Outside, Brown. 20 feet out. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Stojakovic. Pass to Price. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Brown. Got a hand on it.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
Here's Stojakovic. Pass to Olajuwon. Ben Carroll comes with a double team. Here's Walton. Shot clock at 6. Carter from outside. Orlando with the rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here's Brown for 3. And Walton pulls it down.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Price can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 10. Mitchell, the pass to Wade. Looking to end this cold spell. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
And shame on you if you forget how good Dwayne Wade is at handling the basketball. He took the defense to school with that one.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And it's Nowitzki missing.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Shot's good by Hill.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Nowitzki. Lays it up and banks it in.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Orlando leading by 12. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Spurs.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. And the step back jumper is good.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Nowitzki's gone 5 for 12 from the field. 1:36 left in the final quarter. Here's Wade. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space. Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Towns, a screen on Thompson. Here's Wade. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Really can't say enough about just how good Wade is at catching the D off guard and getting himself to the free throw line.
And he's good on the second. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Nowitzki. 4-3. O'Neal pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Robertson. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Hill can't connect. They can shade the deficit to single digits right here. Here's Thompson. San Antonio again missing.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Nowitzki. So it's Orlando picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time now for our player of the game.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We'll see the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat. So with Nash sitting on the bench, this is the group John Nelson has on the floor right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant is out there with Garnett. Then there's Howard, and it's Allen in at the 2 guard.
Yeah, we all know Rick Barry can create for himself, but we get to see there what kind of passing skills he also possesses. What a sensational feed.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. 4 on the clock. Durant kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Gilgeous-Alexander against Kidd. There's a screen. Here's Shays. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dwight Howard.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Good on both. First quarter, just over a minute played. And so Allen will bring it up for the Warriors. And Howard with the stuff.
And doing what he does best. Howard attacking the rim with that explosive power.
Kidd against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Barry. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to catch up with Erik Spoelstra a few minutes ago, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Howard with a screen on Kidd. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, and Howard is a master at setting a hard screen and then rolling fast to the rim. For a guy his size, not many defenders are going to try to get in his way.
Now, here is Maravich. Launches from deep. And it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 2. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Allen. A miss that time would have put him up.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Maravich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Minnesota. Durant kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Six to shoot. Eaton grabs the miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Stolen by Durant, and it's the Warriors on the break. And finished off by KD.
Running the floor, Durant pushes himself to get ahead of the defense.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Eaton. Here's Barry. And here is Mullen. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
And here is Wallace. Out to Nash. Jordan with a screen on Kidd. 4 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Miami leading by 3. He takes it in. 7-foot shot. It's rebounded by Golden State. Allen for 3. Pettit grabs the board. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Here's Barry. Wallace covering. Outside Kidd. Pass to Mullen. The 3. That shot off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nash against Kidd. Nash outside. So both teams making some changes here. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Butler. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Now here is Mullen. Pass the ball. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Sinks the three-pointer.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Now Nash, still without a basket. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Miami ahead, leading by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Heat.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is the group Don Nelson has on the floor right now. Wallace out there with Garnett. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Nash. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And points in the paint are a sure thing when Pettit's on the floor. He's just got too much game down low. He may not have the bulk of some of the other guys, but doesn't matter.
In the corner, Wallace with it. To the inside, kicks it out to Garnett. Garnett with the screen for Butler. Butler loves the three-point look.
And he's had his ups and downs from distance, but Jimmy Bucket's always aggressive, looking to score.
Maravich with a screen on Nash. Here's Barry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Wallace. The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops given his strength.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
A different look for Miami. Maravich comes in for Barry. And it's Kidd in for ball. Pass to Shays. Out to Maravich. Rebound by Butler. Warriors trail by 3. Garnett inside. Miami grabs the miss. Now Maravich launches it. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Warriors. Wallace outside. Back to Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Outside Kidd. Wallace against Mullen. Fires the 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Nash outside. Clock at 6. Howard with a screen on Kidd. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Yeah, and Howard's still a forceful finisher around the rim.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Heat with the lead. Now here's Kidd. Pass to Pettit. Outside Kidd. Here's Pettit. On the wing, Mullen. Shot from 16. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Mullen's got his third basket of the night right there. Outside Butler. Howard with a screen on Maravich. Inside. It's stolen. Kidd against Nash. Ball's knocked loose. Maravich kicks to Kidd. Right side Mullen. Pass to Maravich. Shot clock at 6. Over Butler. No good from Maravich.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
Nash, the pass to Van Arsdale. Outside Butler. Screen by Howard. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Jason Kidd.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Here's Maravich. On the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Butler passes to Van Arsdale. Back to Butler. Over Kidd. Butler, no good.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Outside, Mullen. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Warriors trail by 4. Garnett with the screen for Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Garnett against Kidd. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Outside Butler. There's a good screen. They could use a bucket. Cans it from downtown. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Butler, someone you got to stay with in that pick and roll. All he needs is a little space, and he is ready to fire.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. For 3, Maravich. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he comes up with the deuce. Now just a 1-point Heat lead.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Heat lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Chris Mullen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Jason Kidd is out there with Maravich. Then there's Barry. And it's Eaton in at the 5 spot. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Allen. No scoring in this one. Howard, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls it from 20. Shays with the rebound.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Allen kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Allen passes to Howard. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Outside Kidd. Maravich with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Kidd. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Allen. Durant wide open. He fires. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Heat leading by 4. Kidd with it. Maravich kicks to Kidd. Shoots the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Kidd's got 7 points.
Oh, the concentration from Kidd at the arc, a big part of how he stays consistent from there.
Timeout called the Warriors. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Nobody near Allen. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this 3rd quarter after missing their first few shots.
There's the screen. And here's Maravich for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Heat making a change here. Mullins is checked in. Poked away. It's stolen by Garnett. Lobbed up there for Howard. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Miami trailing. And here is Kidd. 7 points in the game. There's the pick. Here's Shays. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Allen finds Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Howard comes in for McAdoo. And it's Allen in for Jimmy Butler. Here's Kidd. Outside Mullen. Pass to Barry with the shot. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Golden State now. They've got a 10-0 run going. Now here's Durant. Shays with the rebound. Shays has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mullen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Mullen's got 10.
And love watching Mullen shoot the ball. A terrific scorer, especially from the mid-range.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. Howard with a screen on Kidd. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
And Howard living at the line, all about knocking him down.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Steve Nash is checked in for Kevin Durant.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Howard against Maravich. Allen outside. Pettit grabs the board.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Maravich the pass to ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Maravich has got 3 assists now in this one. Maravich against Gilgeous-Alexander. Howard setting the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Maravich. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors. Now here's Ball. He has 5. Outside Maravich. No good. That would have tied it. With 1 on the clock. He's off on that one. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors ahead as they end the 3rd quarter on a 4. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Once we get the rebound,
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Jordan on the bench, this is the group Don Nelson has on the floor right now. We've got McAdoo. Nash is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Wallace. And it's Lucas in at the 4.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Outside Kidd. Outside Mullen. Lets the 3 fly. Wallace with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W. Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Kidd passes to Barry. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
And if there's one guy you know won't hesitate to pull the trigger, it's Barry. Before that pass even got there, you could tell his mind was made up. He was going to take that shot.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the Warriors with some changes. Howard's checked in for McAdoo. Garnett comes in for Lucas. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Steve Nash. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. We'll see if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to KD. Pass to Butler. Garnett with a screen on Maravich. 6 to shoot. Butler dishes to Garnett. Fires at the elbow. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. And the Warriors lead by 5.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
Kidd against Gilgeous-Alexander. Kidd passes to Shea. Good in the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Garnett with a screen on Kidd. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bank shot, no good. Here's Shays, guarded by Garnett. Outside Kidd, and stolen by Howard. Here's Durant, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Jason Kidd.
Part of what makes KD an all-timer, we have never seen someone his size with that type of handle.
Ray Allen is checked in for the Warriors.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Kidd with it. Outside Maravich. From the arc. And the Heat, another 3.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go.
Gilgeous-Alexander is so dangerous in these pick and roll sets.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's Kidd. Pass to Barry. To tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. Kicks it out to Allen. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Allen. There's the triple. Miami grabs the miss. Eaton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Allen against Maravich. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Durant finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Howard just too strong inside. You've got to foul and get your money's worth.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. .124 left in the fourth. Outside Kidd. Miami no good on that time either.
They came close there to tying it up.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there. Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shays. It drops. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he does get the second one, and that gives them the lead.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1, we'll see if they try it. They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead, but look, he tied things up.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen for three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
He had an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
And here's Maravich, outside Kidd. Off target from downtown. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
They've got Maravich. He's out there with Kidd. And it's Barry in at the small forward. And here's Maravich from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Maravich has got the first points here in the overtime period for the Heat. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with a screen on Kidd. Down low. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Kevin Garnett.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Launches a three. The shot's good from Shades.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Allen for the three. Rebound by the Heat.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And here's Kidd from the arc. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes down 2 points.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten half of his 10 shots to fall. 5 makes from the field so far. And here's Maravich from the arc. The rebound by Garnett. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for Golden State. Pass to Allen. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jason Kidd.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Kidd. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Allen. To the middle. Durant dishes to Garnett. He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Now here's Kidd. Here's Barry. Trifecta!
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Timeout, Warriors. Garnett the pass to KD. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Got a piece of it. Kidd with the steal. And so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 6. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Here's Garnett. Off the inbound, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
And so it's the Heat winning this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present...